the Malaysian international trade policy since 1960 to 2000. The style and approaches in enunciating Malaysian international policy differ with the personality of each past and present Prime Minister. During 1957, Malaysia's policy was anti-communist and pro-Western with close link to the Commonwealth. We also posture towards regional cooperation began to take root with birth of ASEAN in 1960. Then, in 1967, Malaysia joined ASEAN. It is an alliance promoting economic and political cooperation by fostering dialogue among its 10 members. In 1969, Malaysia became a member of Organisation of Islamic Conference. Through that, Malaysia began to identify itself as a Muslim nation. Then, in 1971, ASEAN issued its Neutralized and Anti-Nuclear Zone of Peace, Freedom and Neutrality (ZOPFAN). In the same year, Malaysia joined the Non-Aligned Movement. During Tun Dr. Mahathir's reign, Malaysian international policy stance began to take a much greater economic orientation. For example, in 1982, Tun Dr. Mahathir introduced the Look to East policy during the 5th Joint Annual Conference of MAJECA. The policy sought to learn from Japan and South Korea, regarded as a superpower of the East. Tun Dr. Mahathir also established an East Asian Economic Group as an alternative to APEC. Then, AFTA agreement was signed on 1992 in Singapore by ASEAN's first 6 members, which is Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore and Thailand. Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar and Cambodia joined later on. AFTA now comprises the 10 countries. The objectives of AFTA was to create single market and international production base, attract foreign direct investment and also to expand intra-ASEAN trade and investment. Effectively on the 1st January of 2010, Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore and Thailand have formed a free trade area. The formation of free trade area is to eliminate import duties on 99% of the products in the inclusion list. In the Artiga tariff schedule for 2005, Malaysia has eliminated its duties on 98.74% of its tariff lines and only left 73 tariff lines that have duties ranging from 5% to 20%, mostly consist of tropical fruits, tobaccos, and high-sensitive products such as rice. With the reduction and elimination of the import duties, manufacturers from Malaysia can afford to buy raw materials at a cheaper price from other ASEAN countries. Thus, Malaysia are able to compete in the international trade with other countries. Besides that, Malaysia also joined several other trade agreements, such as the General Agreement on Tariff and Trade, or also known as GATT. In 1995, GATT has transformed into the World Trade Organization. The World Trade Organization (WTO) promotes borderless trade through open market with less trade barriers. The low barriers between members of WTO, as well as the non-discriminatory treatment to the exports of goods and services, have increased the market opportunity to Malaysia, allowing Malaysia's trade to grow and contributes to the economic growth and development in Malaysia. Lastly, Malaysia also plays an important role in the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation (APEC), which was established in 1989. One of the reasons Malaysia joined APEC was to push for the liberalization of trade between Malaysia and other members of APEC. Besides that, it is also to encourage free trade with lower import tax. Thank you.